Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Stardust here. Welcome back to a new video here on the YouTube channel. Now, earlier, I had done a video talking about the trailer that had come out where Spider-Man was kind of getting a bit of a backstory. You can find that video on the extra content playlist on the channel, where you'll find a bunch of other videos as well. But the voice actor was revealed, Sean Chiplock at Sonic Mega on Twitter, and he had some things to say, and I absolutely wanted to do a video on this because he absolutely resonates and embodies the personality of Spider-Man for me. He sounds perfect in my eyes anyway, and just everything about this sort of dialogue that he gives here really shows that. So I kind of wanted to give an opportunity to read it out to you lovely people and then see what you think. So he says, self-reflection, Peter Parker bracket Spider-Man. So I know I've screamed my lungs out and monologued for minutes straight and done all sorts of extremes that this role didn't require from me. But I have to be honest when I say that this was one of the hardest jobs I've ever had overall. So you don't have to look far to see some of the comparisons already being drawn to previous iterations, both movies and games alike. Actors who had defined the role for themselves, left lasting impressions, won so many hearts over. Of course, I knew that coming in, how could I not? Naturally, the question arose at least a few times in my mind. Sure, I was picked, but am I actually good enough? Do I belong here? Do I know what I'm doing? I think the first step in making bolder choices was in realising the insecurity I had meshed with Peter Parker's own. You wouldn't be wrong if you theorised that I took some inspiration from a certain famous MCU actor. They're one of my and my wife's all-time favourites too, but I couldn't just try to replicate that one-to-one, even if I like the youthful tone. I'm not them. I had to bring my own self. So I tried to take the fear, the doubt, the nervousness that I had and use it to find a common connection with a literal superhero. Here's this kid thrust into situations and dangers far beyond what someone his age should be put up against, next to people much older and wiser. Spider-Man uses comedy to mask his fears. So do I. Peter worries about if the demands and responsibilities of his life will force him to always be someone more than what he wants to be. So do I, at times. So why not use these real human feelings to explore his character truthfully? This gig was a really important lesson in finding the right times to be put on the hero voice and times to let that facade fall and just be a normal human person. It challenged me to play with pace and nuance in ways not often explored through anime and JRPGs. It was hard. Learning to be more authentic has always been a tougher concept for me in my career, and I don't expect my results here to have been perfect, but the more I convinced myself that I was capable, the more fun I was able to have being a part of this world. I hope that fun pays off. With all that being said, I don't mind if some aspects of my performance end up sounding awkward. You know what? Peter's an awkward kid, stuck in a world, and a role, that demands collected and consistent perfection lest others suffer for it otherwise. I can identify with that. So there you go. So Sean Chiplock there going literally all out, talking about what playing as Spider-Man means to him. And I love it. And I really do understand where he's coming from there. Spider-Man is such an important character to so many people that I think that if you don't understand the core ordeals, the ideals of Spider-Man, then you're going to struggle big time. And it sounds like Sean lives with that feeling, that Peter Parker lives with often, that a Spider-Man would live with often, right? And I really do appreciate that, and as a massive Spider-Man fan myself, reading these has gotten me just completely excited for Sean's performance. I don't want people reading into this thinking, well, he didn't sound very confident in his performance. When you read all of this, it kind of understands that he's not the most confident person in the world anyway. Neither is Peter Parker, and that was kind of Sean's point in this. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down below if you're excited about Sean Chiplock being Spider-Man in Marvel's Avengers, and I will see you guys in a bit. Peace.